Hallo und ja, willkommen zurück.
You're back. Thank the blackest sea that you and Noel are safe. And the artifacts? The lodge.
Sam hat es nicht geschafft.
So, we slipped from the Starborn's grasp, but not before taking a stab straight in the heart. We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure. Just means he's playing the waiting man's game. He'll be back once we've done all the work of collecting the other pieces.
The hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High-populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain.
Kann einen Außenposten bauen. Verteidigt.
Hope your walls are high, just in case the Starborn get lucky and find the spot to do the breach and storm.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after.
Einen anderen Außenposten dann wieder auszustatten. Wir machen das so. Aha. Das Ding jetzt irgendwo sehen? Gut. Gut. So, wir müssen... Da sei ich hin. Kehre zur Lodge zurück. Okay. Hier. Ja, hoffentlich sind wir jetzt richtig.
Irvin would have loved to work on a planet with this kind of life.
Ah, okay. Alter, hier mir gewütet. Ach du Heiland.
Never a dull day.
Scheiße. Ja, ich glaube, jetzt geht's in die heiße Phase, wa? Die letzten Artefaktteile. Dann müssen wir
We should
die
head back.
Steinblüter bekämpfen.
See how everyone is doing.
Habe ich noch einen Punkt? Nö. Hier ist noch alles normal.
Constellation has suffered losses before.
Now really
although
isn't the time.
none quite so
I know.
violently.
Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious. If I may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
Recht, das wäre ein großer Zufall. Wir sollten es probieren.
I don't mind taking a detour to gather data. Only thing we'd lose is time, really.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
Thank you for helping me out with the artifacts.
Das sollten wir hinbekommen, ja.
If you need time away from here, I'll understand. We all have to recover in our own way.
Jo. Das Spiel wieder kaputt gemacht.
To inventory all.
Kann ich jetzt schnell reisen? Ja. Kann ich hinlatschen. Wahrscheinlich genauso lange dauern.
Think swimming isn't necessary. All this technology.
Sollte an sich ja genauso lange dauern.
Exactly. It's like...
Keeper Aquilas, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds?
Wir müssen über die Allheit reden.
Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other, even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
You remember? Keeper Aquila seems to know what he's talking about.
Mal einfach rein spawnen, ne?
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Alles fängt mit der Entdeckung der Artefakte
They're
an.
like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
Wir machen uns keine große Hoffnung, aber vielleicht kannst du uns helfen. Ich brauche keine Lektion.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Dann erzähl uns doch dieses Stück Geschichte.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave. Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Okay, das wäre keine gute Idee, das Hauswagen zu kontaktieren. Leute sind gefährlich. Wenn du schon mit ihnen gesprochen hast, warum soll ich denn das tun?
Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth.
Ja, so schön, ich rede mit ihnen. Hey, braucht
The
Verbündete, ne?
enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay. Möchte aufstehen. Einfach aufstehen. Dann suchen wir sie jetzt mal auf. Bitte, 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 bitte. Wir müssen einmal nach da. Was ist denn näher dran? Wir gehen nach da. Wir gehen nach da. Die Sache, was ist näher dran? Oh, das macht keinen großen Unterschied. Kann ich eventuell schnell reisen? Mit dem Haus der Aufklärung, wir müssen eh mit beiden reden. Gehen wir erstmal nach da. Brauchen viele Informationen. Spielt das keine Rolle, ob die gefährlich sind. Gut. Ja, erstmal nach da. In die unteren Distrikte. Mal gucken, was es da einfach mal erwartet, ne? Garantierten Ende mehr.
Private sector.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
The Unity Pilgrim in particular, if that rings any bells.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilas is describing.
Lass hören, wenn wir jetzt über die reden.
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that.
Birgt sich seinen Worten eine Nachricht.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Irgendwie bin ich den gesuchten Antwort nicht näher gekommen.
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. always happy to help. If you'll excuse
sagt
me,
mir
I've
nicht
got a lot
alles.
of aid efforts to coordinate.
Er sagt mir nicht alles. Das Gefühl, er weiß mehr. Aber das Gefühl, er sagt, er weiß mehr. Das Gefühl habe ich. Oh, der Raumhafen ist wieder offen. Können wir doch schnell was einkaufen. Könnten auch Dietrich hier gebrauchen.
Oh, please, take a look.
Hilfe. Backpacks. Okay. Bildung. Oder Ressourcen.
Appreciate the business.
Gut, dann gucken wir uns mal hier rein. Yay! Die sehen mich als Feinde an. Die werden mir wohl nicht helfen. Ich würde denen aber beitreten.
You don't need to wear your helmet in here. You know that, right?
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
Ich weiß, du hast Aquilius über den Glauben von Wahrung gesprochen.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
He sent both of us to ask more incessant questions, actually.
The great serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
You don't need to tell us. We just figured it would be better to ask you directly than to take a second-hand account of your words.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
Glaube ich verstehe.
Then we are done. Leave me.
No, now isn't the best
Just
time.
one
I
quiet
need
day.
to talk with
Too
you
much
later.
to ask for.
Kann ich mein Kopfgeld bezahlen?
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues. Let me know if you have any questions.
Er kann mir hier mit Kopfgeldern helfen.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space or... Evening, sir. Yeah?
Ich hätte nur Wachen. Verbinde. Sehe ich einen Automaten, wo ich meine Kopfgelder bezahlen kann?
Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat.
Ja, gleich. Kann ich jetzt da einfach schnell hinreisen? Geschäftsdistrikt. Ja. Da kommt mich gerade so ein bisschen die Müdigkeit, ne?
Wow. I feel...
Muss echt mehr herausfinden. Na, spawnen wir da mal rein.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Du musst den Namen eines Sternsystems.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Ich würde sagen, das ist was Heiliges.
Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
etwas Größeres.
It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the pilgrim searched for?
We're mostly interested in your thoughts.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Alles klar.
I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later. Listen, you risked your life to save me. I keep wondering if that made it harder to save Sam too. I've replayed those moments in my mind over and over, and you need to know that you did what a leader does. And if it had been me instead of him, I would feel at peace knowing that he made it.
Mir einfach mit jeder Menge Credits. Nicht wissen, was gibt.
I know, but I can't help it. I don't know if you're ready to talk, or if you need 20 years to get to that point, or if you never want to talk about it again. But I just want you to know that if you do, I'm here for you.
Dich bloß für mein Leben bedanken. Was bloß leichter zu retten. Ich wollte euch beide retten. Oha. Das ist schwer. Geht zu meiner Entscheidung.
I'm not sure that I am, but maybe in time that will change.
Ich werde mich sofort wieder um dich entscheiden. Okay.
Of course. Could have been so much worse. We are all constellation. When a star goes nova, it can destroy everything nearby, or it can nourish a new era of planets and life and everything that goes with it. The galaxy is littered with the deaths of so many brilliant, wonderful stars. But if stars never went nova, then we wouldn't be who we are now.
Alles, was nicht werden kann, okay. Das alles hätte nicht passieren dürfen. Ich spüre nichts als Zorn. Ich finde es nicht mehr. Doch. Cora geschehen.
I don't know. We'll take care of her. I'm sure we will. We'll figure it out. I didn't. Still doesn't make it easier for anybody, even you. But you did what you had to do. We all know that. Sam was my buddy. He was practical and goofy and a genuinely decent man. He would never want you to feel like this rotten situation was your fault. I promise you that. Yes, we need to expect it and prepare. You know, we're fortunate. Constellation brought us all together and we're all better for it. If we're going to set things right, it's going to be because of that.
Okay, Leute. Ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge wieder. Bis denn. Ciao.